Hey there, this is FD Poison, aka the first exploitation technique we're talking about. Exercise 1. So, with this, the goal is to set up a fake chunk to overwrite a string in the BSS section of memory. The idea here is to get your hands and feet wet with actually using this technique. So, this is going to be another one of those fill in the blank kinds of things. I think the important thing is playing around with this in GDB and seeing how this actually functions. So if we go to the terminal here and we go to start, actually we'll look at the source code first. I think that probably makes more sense. So at the very beginning of this, we have two allocations, data and data 2. Now, directly after that, we are going to free data 2, which is going to put it into the hex 30 Tcache bin. And then we're going to free data. So because it's the Tcache and it's LIFO, we're going to have data and then data 2 directly afterwards, which is shown by this nice graph here. Now, we're going to write into data. And if you remember from the last section where we talked about use after free bug, this is a use after free. We are writing into data right after we freed it. After that, we're going to call malloc once, and then we're going to call malloc one more time. So that seems fairly straightforward. So what's the actual goal of it? The goal here is there is a string that is in global storage, the BSS section, called important string. And the goal is to overwrite important string to say something else. Right now it says you can't touch this, and you need to change it to be something else. And the way you do this is using the FD Poison technique. By specifying the address of important string to be by specifying the FD pointer to be the address important string, you can write to that location so that it prints out the wrong data. Now, if we now we can just look at it. It probably makes more sense. If we look at start.py here, it's the same as before at the beginning. We have some nice diagrams, and then it has a single to-do right here. So the goal here is to edit this to be the address of important string. And if you do that, we then do some pwntool shenanigans to pack the address with the proper idiotness, and then it will actually write it there for you. And after that, we get to write whatever value we want. And that should be the address of victim in that case. Now, if we run this, we do Python 3 start.py. I do this every single time. Do continue, and then we can see what's in the bins. Particularly, we can see that we have an entry in the Tcache bin, and in this case, it's actually writing that value, and so we can see that the second pointer in the Tcache is actually being written to incorrectly. And if we continue, this will segfault. And you're probably wondering why it segfaults. Well, that's not a real pointer. We can't set e's next equal to a particular value because this is bad. FFFF is not a value that can be written to. If we look at RDX, like reg, the reg's command, RDX is going to be a very bad value. It's trying to write to there, so it crashes. So to recap, the goal is to overwrite the string at important string using the fill in the blank. And you're going to do this using the FD Poison technique we just learned. Have a good time. Good luck.